This thing starting on time or what? You know, that 12-year-old last month, she really kept things running smooth. I talked about her at my American Legion meetups. I keep trying to come to these meetings more often, but Tuesdays are really tough for me. Gotta make the rounds, check in on my other veterans. Jim, Bob, Jim Bob, Bobby Jim.
Tuesdays are perfect, man. 2 for 1 at Franklin's all day.
You should really stop drinking.
Huh?
Buddy of mine. He told me about a guy who bragged he could drink a whole keg by himself. I knew it was you before he even mentioned your tousled hair and your arrogant smirk.
That actually sounds like a great new Tinder profile. Thanks, Dougie. Appreciate that.
But really, where's the little one?
Oh, Annabella Anne Marie is in a salt cave center with her granddaughter at a yoga bonding retreat. Her Instagram post said, free and light. It had a location tag, other hashtags, including hashtag blessed. She's really promoting the place. If anybody's wondering, they have great Yelp reviews.
We weren't, so thanks, though.
Who are you? Which one of you is doing this thing?
Oh, not me. My name is Lise, but you can call me Rap God. Just kidding. I'm a host. I'm hoping to make manager one day at my restaurant. It's been 2 years, but I really love pleasing and fitting everyone in.
Is that so?
Steve,
Yeah?
do not sexually harass another woman. It is becoming increasingly difficult to keep friends when you keep making all the women in the group uncomfortable.
If I ever make you feel uncomfortable, just let me know, and I'll back off. But just so you know, I understand you.
I know, it's okay. I have a problem with saying no, so I just end up sleeping with any guy that's nice to me.
That's definitely something we should address.
Absolutely.
Mostly because of the wild spread of disease. If you're not careful, of course. Otherwise, do your thing. Just in your home, in your bed, or in your car. But not in the backseat, or the passenger side.
Of my best friend's ride trying to holla at me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But actually, please don't. Or, how about if we do bring disinfectant? Or bleach. Don't punish everyone else for your own pleasure.
You okay there, buddy? You're sweating pretty bad.
Oh, I'm Jacob, your new group leader. I've been working in the hospitality industry for 12 years. I always bring my own plastic utensils anywhere I dine. I bring my own sheets, towels, and pillows anywhere I stay. And I prefer bottled beverages and a thoroughly pH-balanced water with electrolytes.
Oh, are we reintroducing ourselves? Yes. Okay, I'll go. I'm Lauren. I've been stuck in customer service voice.
Because she woke up like this 6 months ago and has a love-hate relationship with Yelp. You won't be able to tell how she actually feels. Ever.
And she's Ashley, Ashleighe. As you can see, she's always miserable, has identity issues, gets told she looks like Courtney Love.
Can't say I agree with that one, actually. Sorry, bud.
Seriously. You have literally like 10 people to choose from and you don't even pick a brunette?
Ladies, it's okay. You are both truly lovely, inside and out. No, I'm Doug, former military. Been all over the world, seen a lot of things, had ample experience in my life. I'm a modern day MacGyver, if you will. Been to all sorts of places and dined with all sorts of folks. I'm happy to talk to any of you about fitness tips, starting with 6-mile daily runs.
That's so hard.
I never missed a day, 10 years. By the time I'm ready to start having kids, I want to make sure I'm in optimal shape to keep up with Junior. That means working out at least 1 hour a day.
For maximum benefit, you definitely have to make sure it's long enough.
Absolutely.
That doesn't seem right.
You don't look like you run.
The military taught me discipline. Don't project your lack of discipline on me, son. Military would have been good for you, would have taught you some respect.
Okay, things are starting to heat up just a little too much. Let's recenter. Thanks for introducing yourselves. Doug, hope you showered after that run. You know, being outside and sweaty. Wow, that's a lot. But today we're going to be talking about tipping. Now, you should always tip in cash. But some of us don't believe in carrying cash. It's 75% cotton and 25% linen makeup make it prime for carrying bacteria. Traces of cocaine, fecal matter, pet DNA even.
So it's true. There is cocaine on dollar bills then.
That doesn't seem very practical. Why would there be cocaine on dollar bills?
You can't be serious.
Everyone loves good blow.
Aside from that point, let's just start by saying no one owes you a tip for your service.
Oh,
Amen.
get out of here.
I'm
That's
sorry, I didn't hear you
horseshit.
pass the ramekin water
You're
in
an
your mouth.
asshole.
No, let's take it back a second. If you go out to eat, you better have enough to tip well on top of your order. Especially if your little heathen orders Shirley Temples. That's an extra $5 tip at least.
I'm actually with her on this one for once. All right, if I'm going to make you some fancy ass cocktail that takes 10 minutes to get just right and you're going to stiff me, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it anymore. All right, I'm just going to drink it myself. All right, I'm just going to drink it right in front of you.
No one tipped me for my service. You know why? Because I gave it freely for your freedom. This country could certainly do a little better job looking after its veterans, though, if you ask me.
I absolutely despise when someone leaves a good review on a comment card saying, that Lauren is great, give that girl a raise, and then they proceed to give a $5 tip on a $100 tab. Words of encouragement, do not pay my bills. And you do not, in fact, want them to give me a raise because that would in turn raise the price of food, which you already think is too expensive. Why don't people understand basic economics?
For real. I don't care if you're a broke college student or a new parent, don't go out to eat. You're taking up a table in my section. You are literally costing me money to take care of you. And when you sit at my one table in my 4-table section all night, you should tip more for every single hour that you stay over for being done your food. It really isn't that hard to understand why I've cleared everything off the table. You're done eating, you need to go. Stop sucking face at my table, I don't want to see that, you're disgusting.
Honestly, if she's hot, I don't mind it. You know. Show me your skills, baby girl, know what I'm saying?
I also would not like to see that, so right on, Ashley.
Last week, a customer ordered wings, wet with a tossed salad. Didn't tip. And then another guy couldn't open the door, and I said, please use 2 fingers, at least. He also wanted to sit next to a larger party, and I told him that it'd be a tight fit, but if he just pushed in a little further, it'd be okay. Also, didn't tip. I mean, come on, it's just the tip.
Top reason people cite they don't leave a tip? Dirty dishes left at the table. Not only do dirty dishes not encourage a customer to leave a tip, you're also missing out on opportunities to sell them more. But think about it. Do you really want a pile of dirty dishes in front of you? Staring at the remnants of your food. Examining the water stains on those plates because they just came back from dish. Looking at those glasses you just drank out of, which have a faded lipstick stain on them that you're now realizing probably touched your mouth because straws are outlawed.
You seem really triggered.
I hate that straws are outlawed because glasses are filthy. So if I want to drink anything, I have to put it in my mouth?
Guys, I mean, come on. She's just preaching, right?
Jacob, what would be a respectable amount for someone to leave for good service? Because most people don't realize that we have to tip out from our tips to the bartenders, expo, and bussers. Even when the expo takes the wrong order to the table, or your bartender takes 20 minutes to pour the whiskey neat, or the buzzers refuse to clean your table because it's outside even though there's only glassware on it. Part of fine dining standards. Please advise.
The standard is 20% for good service. However, I don't think I should have to tip you any more than I give the Lord. Standard 10%.
Have you ever actually worked in a restaurant?
No. This is a service and hospitality in therapy. I was in the armed services.
Oh my God, everything makes sense about you now.
For those of you who say, why should I give you more than I give the Lord? we'll break this down. Let's say you make $75,000 a year. That's $62.50 a month. Now let's say you go out to eat once a week with an $80 tab. 20% of that for a tip is $16. So 80 plus 16 is $96 a week, which is $384 a month. You give Lord 10% of your paycheck, which is $625 a month. You give us less than you give the Lord with a 20% tip.
Wow, that's a lot of math.
I don't owe anyone a tip for doing their job. See, that's the problem these days with you millennials. You expect everything just because you do the bare minimum of work. It's your choices that led you to waiting tables and mixing drinks. That's not my fault. It's also not my job to pay your bills. Your managers need to pay you better.
You know what? I don't like you right now, Doug. All right, even if I had a keg, I don't think I would like you. I actually need a keg right now because of this conversation. This is why I'm an alcoholic.
Well, Doug, you agree that being a server requires a special skill set. Mm-hmm. There's multitasking, washing your hands, remembering complicated orders, making sure that everybody's individual needs are met, making sure the hand sanitation gel station is constantly filled, being on your feet for hours at a time, holding in your pee for hours at a time, which is not good for you, by the way, yelling at servers and busters for eating food off of dishes that are customers' leftovers that have now just come back to dish.
Sorry.
You can continue.
All right, look, I spent a decade of drinking shitty high school mixed drinks to figure out how important craft cocktails and craft beer are. All right, call me an alcoholic, but if you want to have a good time and have good drinks, all right, my experience makes that possible.
Not to mention all the time we spend dealing with your stupid questions, keeping you company, laughing at your dumb jokes, and listening to your stupid stories. I don't want to talk to you. I don't care what you have to say. I'm not your therapist.
Can we just agree that at a bare minimum, it should be 15%? And can we also outlaw the pamphlets that look like $100 bills? Because it gets me every time. It's really frustrating.
Hold on, I think I got it. All right, Dougie. In the military, there's a culture or whatever, right? Right, there's a written language and certain things that aren't formal but are understood, right?
Yes, sir.
People have to obey these rules and understand the military way of life, in your opinion.
Yes, sir.
So, that's what we're trying to tell you about the restaurant life, right? You might look at us as, these uneducated, dumb, young kids that are just, jotting down orders. But, to some people in the military might be thought of the same way. It's nothing personal. It's just perspective. All right? You're here to educate us. And we're here to educate you so you understand more of our world. And to fully understand our world, you have to understand that just because you were brought up a certain way and think a certain way doesn't mean you're necessarily right. You just think different.
Did he just say something smart?
In a circular way, that makes a lot of sense. I don't agree with you, but I respect your opinion.
You're so smart. You slid that in so smoothly.
I do that sometimes.
Are you aware that everything you say is a sexual innuendo?
I'm sorry, come again?
I just feel really dirty.
Me too.
You know what? We're just gonna wrap up there for the day. So, in conclusion, you should be aware of tipping culture, right? We should tip at least 15% for okay service, 18% for good service, and 20% and above for great service. Now, servers do have to tip out based on their tips and bills, so dining patrons should be aware of that.
And when your little spawn dumps all the sugar out and you bring in Cheerios that go all over the place and they spill their drinks everywhere and you ask them to bring you hot water to boil their silverware, that's an extra couple bucks.
Oh, fact. Putting your silverware in hot water does not sanitize it. It actually creates more germs.
Huh. I learned something new. I never knew that. I was always wondering what they were doing. I thought it was just extra work for no reason.
All right, cool. Are we done?
Ashley, do you want to hang out?
No.
Someday, bud. Someday.
Hey, Lauren, you should come with me to my Legion meeting tonight. I'll tell you all about my days in the bunker, and you can tell me all about your life before Yelp.
All right, who wants to hit up Franklin's?
Ooh.
Absolutely not. Elise, you want to go?
I'm already here. Might as well go all the way.
You should really address that about yourself. Oh, don't forget to wash your hands, guys. Guys?